Welcome to day 61 of me backtesting my way to success. First trade was a loss, and the reasons why I entered were this 4-hour favela gap right here. Equilibrium from the swing high to the swing low. Once it was inside of the Fibonacci golden zone, I entered on a breakup structure in the lower time frames. So this candle I entered. Take profits were this area of liquidity, this one, and the swing low of the equilibrium. And I actually think that the reason why I lost is because look at this right here. We have a really huge 3-hour favela gap and auto block, and it lines up with this equilibrium. That makes a lot more sense than the equilibrium I placed, because the equilibrium that I placed is kind of inside of a consolidation, because if you look at it, there was this low made, then this high made, and price just stayed inside of that zone, just consolidated, and now it broke out of that zone, went into this Fibonacci golden zone. So the reason as to why I lost was because my equilibrium and Fibonacci was placed incorrectly. I shouldn't use it inside of a consolidation. I should use it outside of a consolidation. Let's just see how the next trade goes. Next trade was a win, and the reasons why I entered were just as I told you: 3-hour favela gap, 3-hour order block, equilibrium from the swing high to the swing low. Once it was inside of the Fibonacci golden zone, I entered on a breakup structure. I entered on this breakup structure right here, pretty clear one. Stop loss was above the order block and above this area of liquidity with a little breathing room. Take profits were number 1 at the beginning of this 4-hour favela gap, number 2 beginning or bottom of this beginning. Oh my god. Take profits were number 1 the beginning of this 4-hour favela gap, number 2 beginning of this 4-hour order block, and the last take profit was at the swing low. Once my 2 take profits were hit, I moved my stop loss to the break even, which was a good thing. I got stopped out instantly. And actually, had I paid a little more attention, I could have seen like this trade. Hold up. This trade, or maybe even right here. You can see once again inside of 2 good confluences, favela gap and order block, below the equilibrium 50% mark, inside of the Fibonacci golden zone. Had I like paid a little more attention, I probably would have entered right here. Stop loss below this order block with a little breathing room, and take profits would have been number 1 this area of liquidity, and number 2 probably just this area of liquidity. It would have been a really good trade. Yeah, but I didn't pay enough attention to it. I was focused on this trade, wasn't open for another trade, and it's also something I can take from this. So let's just see how the next trade goes. And the last trade of today's episode was another win, and the reasons why I entered were this daily favela gap right here, 4-hour breaker block right here, equilibrium from the swing low to the swing high right here. Once it was inside of the golden zone, I entered on a breakup structure in the lower time frames. Once again, I entered on a really good breakup structure. I waited because I was considering entering right here, but I waited for a better one, and that was right here. Take profits were the beginning, or like this area of liquidity. Then there was a daily favela gap to the downside right here. And my last take profit was at the swing high of the equilibrium. After my first take profit was hit, I moved my stop loss to break even, because like while entering the trade, I got this kind of feeling that I missed something, or that price is just going to go further down. And that's why I moved my stop loss to break even once my first TP was hit. And it was a good thing, because price instantly reversed on me, would have taken me out. And so yeah, that's already it for today's episode. We'll see you in the next one.